Sounded like both players kept 7, I think. Wooded Foothills gets cracked. Basic Forest. Ignoble Hierarch. Harry Houdini in the chat says, full transparency, I played Nadu. I'm okay that it's banned. The challenges I have is we need to know what bans are for. Are they to get rid of the broken cards, make the meta more diverse, make the game more fun? I think it's all my personal opinion, I think it's all three. I think it's a mixture of those. They're trying to do all of those at the same time. Get rid of the broken cards that are, you know, just way too good, way too powerful, like Underworld Breach or something like that, and then make the meta more diverse. They'll clip a card like, I don't know, Expressive Iteration, a little bit lower power level, and then make the game more fun. They'll get rid of stickers. You know, like they're trying to do all three. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
Elvish Reclaimer, Sylvan Safekeeper on the board.
This is a lot of mana.
That is the goal. Make a crap
I'm
ton of mana.
trying to. I think last time we played,
I don't know.
I remember you were on, but I don't want to be that guy. So.
Okay, there's a Noble Hierarch. We're going to get lots of Exalted triggers, potentially. The other land for Yosef is a Bayou, in case anybody's not recognizing that. So passing it back to Colorado has this Dragon's Rage Channeler. No cards in the graveyard yet.
Second land, target creature gets Shroud.
Get a treasure. And pass.
Wasteland.
All right, Wasteland takes out the Bayou. I don't know if that was a super important Wasteland. The Wastelands on Cradle might be a little bit important later, but I think we're trying to force Yosef to sack his lands to Safekeeper here. Unholy Heat targeting Safekeeper, and Yosef's going to protect it, sacking the forest, giving it Shroud. So now Yosef has no lands. Looks like 2 types in the yard right now for Colorado. Colorado, part of the, it feels like never-ending entrance to our community of new faces, and many of us had met Colorado before, and Colorado's played at local events when visiting, but we just consistently have new faces, new people becoming regulars, and then over time, you all who watch this channel get to know them by seeing their names regularly on stream, meeting them and chatting with them in our Discord server, which you've all joined. Links are all over the place. And it's just such a great thing. It makes it such a pleasure to host these streams, honestly. Just more and more people joining up with us, jamming some games. So fun. All right, White of the Reliquary. Got forced, and a Quarry Steel Cutter was surveilled into the graveyard. I couldn't tell what that was at first. So now with no lands in play, it looks like a Lightning Bolt targeting a Hierarch is happening here. Gonna continue cutting Yosef off of mana. No option to give Shroud with the Safekeeper. Looks like we have Delirium.
So 3.
Gaia's Cradle could potentially be a good draw here for Yosef. Get things back up and running quickly. That's a bit of a worry if you're cheering for Colorado here. So Elvish Reclaimer comes in for 4, it sounds like. Green Sun for 0. That'll give us a creature and a land at the same time. Dryad Arbor. Hey Duke with a question. Any thoughts on how long we expect the One Ring and Tameo to hang around? I mean, over time, we've seen cards on the kind of community watch list, like this kind of imaginary list of cards that Magic the Gathering social media comes up with that we all are worried about, and people second guess decisions related to bans. And right now at the top of that list is the One Ring and Tameo. And in the past, we've had Murktide Region. We joke about Uro on this channel. Let's just wait and see. Let's let all this unfold and have fun with it, I think, is my feeling on it.
Should have killed this thing instead. You don't have black.
6/6 Murktide is on the board.
Okay. Just like if anyone else wants to figure it out.
Yeah. We're about a week and a half since the bans, Darth is pointing out in the chat. We have about a 2 to 4 week window where people are having fun, they're brewing decks, and it feels like we're in the golden age of Legacy. And then after those 2 to 4 week period, the ban brains come back, and they're upset, and they're grinding leagues on MTGO, but the meta is all the same. What about oops? You know, like it's perpetual misery. They can't stop playing, and they're never having any fun. Bud says any bird wizard sightings from Avatar may be too early. We have not seen any Avatar cards on stream yet. But it can happen at any moment.
You're right. Activate second.
End step, activating Reclaimer, sacrificing the Dryad Arbor. That could lead to us having a Cradle. And it's possible that Colorado's plan here is not working out the way he wanted. Maybe.
Yeah.
One or another.
You never know, but
Things slowly coming together for Yosef. Had to rebuild a bit. Safekeeper's still around. Elvish Reclaimer's still around. There was a removal spell on a Hierarch earlier in this game, and to be honest with you, I was a little bit skeptical of that one. It's looking like Keen-Eyed Curator is the follow-up. That could clean out the graveyard to prevent Delirium, but got to be careful with Murktide.
the screaming nemesis is the spy.
There are some cards from Avatar that do look interesting for Legacy, for sure. We had a poll in our Discord server about what kind of impact Avatar will have, and it seems like most people think it will have a small impact. What that really means to the people answering the poll, I don't really know, but
Not bad yet. Could get worse.
Okay, fine.
Keen-Eyed Curator is a pretty powerful card introduced to us in 2024 in Bloomborough. One of my favorite cards from the past 2 years.
Pick up artifact for me.
Won me plenty of games.
Alright.
Saved my butt plenty of times.
We're gonna start doing that. One.
All right, end step, going to try and power up this raccoon, it seems.
Guess we'll just hit the wasteland. Why not? That's it.
Here, I'll keep it's just
Yeah. That's fine. Sorry.
Okay, looks like we got 3 types under the Curator. Need one more to get it powered up.
It's not happening.
No. Like a mod or something. It's pretty good, yeah.
White of the Reliquary, another favorite of mine from recent years. This card is good. And create some interesting deck building, create some interesting gameplay. White of the Reliquary, big fan. All right, Mishra's Bauble, double Surveil. Gonna dump some lands. Colorado revealing the hand is all lands. Okay. I think the advantage bar is sliding over to the left quickly now. Sounds like people are laughing in the background. I think those were people playing Candyland at another table.
One after the other.
Not legacy players. All right, so sacrificing a forest to the Reclaimer. Talon Gates of Madara phasing out Murktide. And Colorado's going to scoop it up. You do have to be careful with those sacks with Safekeeper and only Cradle as your only land left and stuff like that. Double Bolt. But we knew Colorado's hand. Anyway.
Bitch that land is going to play the land because if I rip a soul, that's give him a play.
All right, turn one Tamio. Twitch chat was asking about Tamio a moment ago. By the way, if you're watching this later on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit the like button.
Yeah. Negations. 2 negations. Yeah, 3 negations. And I have 2 direct I could have brought in, but that seems like a bit much.
They did choose some creatures.
Tamio, without having the same conversation we've been having for like the past year all over again. One of the most powerful creatures / planeswalkers in the format. Some people think it's over the line. Is the gameplay bad, though? Unclear what most people think. Unlike Nadu, where we were talking about earlier, most people, in my opinion, it seems like, most people really hated the Nadu gameplay. We're going to have to see how long Tamio sticks around. Colorado with a terrible clue token. The Black Lotus bottom right of your screen is a clue. Yosef's land is Lair of the Hydra. Darth says Tamio makes lotuses. No wonder she should be banned. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There's Scythecat Cub. Another card from 2024 that I'm a fan. It took legacy players quite a while to figure this one out. Now we see this card all the time.
I cracked this clue with the thing.
Alright, I did 7-1 in round.
Right. Clue got cracked. Is the Cub going to resolve?
I think right now
It's getting dazed. It's gone. Ah, then the follow-up fetch.
yeah, it does. I think it's just the
I
like
just bust.
Sometimes I feel like it's better to just like play the Cub with the land and play to pay for days and worry about powering them up later. Personally, Yosef is a little bit newer to the Zenith Natural Order decks, and those decisions often get made based on what's in your hand more than anything. It's comma as Yosef in the chat says, we are greedy players. Yeah. You got to be a little greedy sometimes when you're sleeving up a green deck in Legacy, you know? Like playing Maverick and decks like that over the past year or whatever it is for me. You know, you got to just slam Knights and Whites and Cubs, and if they daze, so be it.
No. Something like this.
Attempt to move to combat. Like this thing.
All right, there's that clue again.
I just don't get it all.
yeah, I think that's the plan. You also have Living in hand, so like you care about this, and now I'm going to care about this too.
Yeah.
Stay here.
Okay, so a lightning bolt on Yosef's upkeep, it sounds like. There is a safekeeper on the board. Looks like Color with a similar game plan to game 1. But trying to force Yosef to sack lands. Which can work quite well. It didn't super work out in game 1, though. All right, Yosef allows the safekeeper to die. That could potentially mean that we have some really gross follow-ups here. White of the Reliquary. Mr. Arch, thank you for the resub. 33 months at tier 1. Mr. Arch says, don't mind me. Just here to update my spreadsheets. Thank you, Mr. Arch.
Ooh, so lucky. Jesus.
Force pitching Tameo on the white. White of the Reliquary is a nasty one.
I mean, there's an argument to be made for just looking extremely aggressively to like a turn 1 Doomsday. Because like
Turn 1's pretty hard to pull.
yeah, but like
Sounds like somebody's getting doomsdayed in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, I could still like fuck you over with like anything, whatever, like Chalice on Zero, or
Yeah.
like Fluid on something.
Yeah.
Do you want this one?
You're still cracking a fetch here.
I honestly have no idea. Like,
I don't know. Have we seen... Oh, we saw one Zenith in this match so far, so... I was going to say, we haven't seen any Zeniths or anything yet.
Okay, you have triple black. What's happening? Well, I don't have triple black right now, but next turn.
Yeah, Colorado's Black Lotus, like, divider thing, bottom right of the screen, is supposed to be a clue token, and not only are we issuing a ticket, but he will be suspended.
So I can bolt past this for turn 1.
So another white of the Reliquary. This time it will resolve. It looks like it has +3/+3. 5/5 Vigilance.
Some YOLO shit too. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
So now Colorado has 2 clues, plays a land. A flip Tameo is not going to be super interesting. Got to deal with the white somehow.
If I do just turn 1, the like
It's just going to get KO'd quick. It seems like. All right, Tameo will stay face up. Passes it back to Yosef.
yeah, all right.
Sickle spit again.
Sure.
Tanking for 6. Exalted. I don't know, folks. I feel like the Exalted mechanic was just kind of a mistake.
Drop a soul, draw a soul in. Oh my god, that's interesting. Like, this is such a fucking good opener. Like, there's literally nothing like this, like in this deck before. We're just like, just 3.
By the way, if you're new around here, every mechanic was a mistake.
So, but still, like,
So, because I used to play Commander, I'm so used to having gigantic decks.
Sylvan Safekeeper again. The Safekeeper can be a menace.
Oh, really?
Mountain, go.
That's true.
Have you ever Deadpooled your opponent's Sylvan Safekeeper, chat?
So here, I think
That's this one.
I have. It's gross.
And I was like, oh my god, I can play this week. Like,
All right, Safekeeper getting countered.
Doomsday.
Endurance, that's not too bad. Great timing for an Endurance. I like this play a lot. Get rid of the graveyard, stops Murktides, makes Dragon's Rage Channelers that show up later a little bit weaker. Great plays.
I mean, it's one of these two.
can't make
Yeah,
that
yeah, for
mistake
sure, for sure.
with
I mean, Magus is a pick if you're.
That was a Wasteland. Gonna sack the clue now, draw a card.
Like, it depends on what's in your hand. Like, if you're,
Yeah.
it's whichever one of these you can ignore.
Yeah.
Like, this is like generic threat. So, like, if you want to try to like YOLO this shit, then you take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So
and the nice thing is that it
extra
also
mana for
can be picked up by
Doomsday
blood.
or Septus.
Tameo's still face up, winning around. Even if it flips, I think it's not very exciting at the moment. Corey still Cutter as the second spell of the turn. No, sorry, it was the first spell of the turn. It was the first spell of the turn. The other play was the second clue. Tameo couldn't even attack because of an Endurance. And we're seeing right now as this game plays out, obviously this is one game of one match, but we're seeing Tamio looking a little sad.
So like if you're really that afraid of the death match, click that.
This is exactly the kind of gameplay, if you're hoping for Tamio to stick around, that we need to have on a regular basis, where Tamio is just, you know, even if it flips, it's not going to stick around.
I want to keep playing it, but it's so bad against a flip cameo. Yeah. You have a few 2-counter things, but like you'll never be able to raise +2. You basically get time locked like 4 times.
Okay, Mishra's Bobble, myself, says Colorado. That's spell number 1.
Yes, and make it big enough. Yeah, so it kind of sucks. Once that card's banned,
2 subs away from our sub goal. Wow. All right, Petty Theft on the white. That'll trigger the cutter. We got our first monk of the day. Of the game. Brazen Borrower on an adventure by sticking it into the deck. Very interesting. I think we'll be hearing from the chat on that one, from the comments.
Legacy, am I right?
Yeah.
Major violation.
Well, got it. 11.
Or 4, sorry, because of the trigger.
It is an attack for 4. The monk's going to chump. Ouch. All right, the white comes back. It's in. It has +4/+4. It's really not looking good for Izzet right now.
Trigger.
Oh my god. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Okay. Consider.
Yep.
Keep in mind the other land in play for Yosef is Lair of the Hydra. Casting Brazen Borrower now. Going down to 6 after the fetch. This was at 18 too, so you know it's not like we're gonna see a double bolt game winning play anytime soon.
Sometimes you just put Doomsday on the stack to see.
Oh, I guess the Brazen Borrower was not. Oh, so he just moved the Brazen Borrower to search the deck. Okay, fair enough. The Brazen Borrower was not cast. I was a little confused by that. Okay, it's being cast after a cutter. Fair enough. At least it seems that way. Didn't tap enough mana, though. Okay. That's what happened. Bob Squeezy, thank you for the sub with Prime. 16 months.
Jeez,
Was that what?
Len.
So,
Len.
was I supposed to mold that hand in?
Looks like long goodbye to kill a monk on end step.
It's the same transfer.
Perfectly fine hand.
Yeah.
And you just get to make it as big as you want, right?
Negated
As much mana as I pour into it.
But I had Brainstorm, that was my only dig. So if I didn't, then I kind of like left.
It's
not
lethal,
able to
but
do
whatever.
anything.
Yeah, once again, just screaming nemesis like the clock in half.
Yep.
Okay, sacking the Hierarch to the white. I think we're going to see a phase out here, and that will probably be game winning.
You Fury the screaming nemesis for like just extra.
Great plays here from Yosef. Phase out the monk. I think the illegal looking through the top cards of the deck is a concession. GG's. Yosef gets it. Really well played.